What's going on? So one of the things I love about being able to run my own business and having both an online and an offline business, and having things set up well, is about the time freedom. So I'm out here during the middle of the week. A lot of times people have to wait till the end of the week, to do their shopping and stuff. I get it. But with the time freedom, I'm able to do it pretty much when I feel like doing it. So I'm out here at Publix, as you guys can see behind me. I stopped at Publix to pick up a couple things. And as I'm in the line, I was actually just texting somebody on the phone, and the cashier lady, she's putting, ringing up my items. She says, "What's that on your shirt?" So I have on my shirt right here, right? My uniform shirt for my business, for my offline business. And so I tell her what it is, and I tell her a little bit about, what I do and everything. I said I buy, junk cars that don't run anymore. People need to get rid of it. It's an eyesore and everything. She says, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." She says, "I have one." I said, "Oh, you do?" So she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, let me give you my number." So good thing that I usually 99% of the time I'm prepared. So I reached into my wallet and got out a business card and gave to her, right? So what can we take from this? It's about, for one, having the freedom to do different things at different times, right? That you want to, and also being prepared as well, being prepared in life, being prepared in business, right? I'm always representing my business. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm going out to the movies or something like that, then no, I won't have on my, uniform shirt, right? With my logo. And my phone number is actually on the back of my shirt, okay? But, when I'm going out, I don't care if I'm going out to the grocery store, okay? I'm going out to the grocery store. I'm just going to take a walk or something like that, I'm going to have my uniform with me. I'm going to, because when I'm out in public, it's kind of like when you have a job, right? When you're punching in the clock at a job, you're representing your company, right? The company that you work for. Well, the same for me. When I'm out and about in the community, I, conduct myself in a certain way because I'm always representing my business, with my business logo and everything. So if you guys haven't thought about, whether it's an online business or offline business, it doesn't matter. If you haven't thought about, being prepared, if you haven't thought about even down to making you some shirts, some uniform shirts, like I said, I have mine with my logo on it, right? You need to kind of get some more of the swoosh part kind of coming off. But if you, because you're in business and you want to grow, right? A lot of times people don't think about these small things, like getting a uniform with your logo on it, with your phone number on the back, if that's the way you're going to go with it, like getting physical business cards. I know we're in the age of digital, right? Digital everything. I get it. I have a website, all that stuff, funnels, emails, all set up. Y'all know how we do in the marketing world, right? But if you're in line at the grocery store, for example, and someone asks you for, your card, or they inquire about your business, right? They're not necessarily going to take out their phone and tap it and say, "Hey, exchange numbers," like that. You know how they do the V cards, the virtual cards? Nothing wrong with a virtual card. But what I'm saying is, don't get so wrapped up into, the digital of everything, or the no contact of everything, and the no touch of everything, that you forget about that physical. Don't forget about that physical, right? Because, come on. The lady's in line. I'm in line. There's people behind me, right, at the grocery store. The lady probably didn't have her cell phone with her either. Even if we were doing one of those digital V cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's at work, right? I was able to pass her my card. She got it, put it right up there, on the top so she can find it for when she gets off. Boom. Just that quick. That's a interested lead. I told her to call me or text me, and I'll get her a quote. And she's local, obviously, and because, I talk to her face to face, it puts me ahead of, some of the bigger corporations that may be online doing the same thing that I'm doing as far as selling cars and everything, because I just was able to put a face with it, right? That physical presence. And all I was doing was out here, as you see, a lot of people out here shopping today, as you see, right? Well, a good bit. It's not packed. It wasn't packed. I was in and out, but the point is, it's like, it wasn't until I started putting processes in place So that way I could be able to do things like this, go grocery shopping when I decided to go, you know, when I wanted to go, you know, without having to take time off from work, you know, or waiting until the weekend to do it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people wait till the weekend for that reason, you know, because that's when they got off from work, you know. So I don't want to be in there when it's packed. Okay, you know. But guys, this is just a little tidbit, just a day in the life of Coach D. You know, some of the things that I do right out here in the community, living my life, just doing everyday things. But I'm always making sure that I'm prepared for my business. I'm making sure that I'm being mindful of my business. Like there's things that I might learn while I'm out, you know. And yeah, I'm paying attention as I'm walking. All right. But guys, if you have not started systemizing, is systemizing the word or systematize? I think it's systemizing. If you haven't started systemizing your business to where you can start freeing up some of your time, systemizing your business to where you have your business online, you have a website going, working for you 24/7, you have your emails already set up, all right, with email marketing to follow up with your customers, right? If you don't have a booking page set up where people can go ahead and contact you and schedule an appointment with you automatically. If you don't have those things set up and you want to get those things set up, or even if you haven't started a business yet and you're like, man, I would like to start a business, I always want to start a business, I'm really serious about starting a business, then I can show you how to start an online business as well. So look, click the first link in the description. All right, you'll find out more about the online business that I do. And you also have my contact details down below if you have a few questions, you know, just in case you're not sure which direction you want to go. Other than that, you already know this is Coach D, baby. This is a